This is Adam Beanstock talking about intonation on the B major scale. And I think B major is probably one of the most difficult keys to play in, or if it's a piece in B major, because you've got almost, I think you've got 5 or 6 sharps. I think it's C sharp major's got 7 sharps. But it's having reference to the intonation as you're going up. If you're playing on your own, if you haven't got someone playing with you as a guide, you've got various reference points in the 3 octaves. Let's get the B first of all. Play the E next. So you've got a minor third. So you've got to think the third there. So we'll have a go. So that's your first point of reference on the E. Without actually playing the bow on the E string, you should be able to hear the E string vibrate in sympathy. This is the second reference. Play the harmonic key. Then the harmonic key. So there's something not quite there. So to going up, it wasn't quite in tune. That's the top B, so they're coming down. To me, that doesn't sound in tune, does it? Coming back down there. So I've got to practice that top bit there. Anyway, well, I can practice away at that, and it's the same as going down. You've got the finger spacing. You can still get out of tune even though the notes are closer together, going to high positions. You know, you've only got the slight hand movement or the thing. Yeah, without vibrato, obviously it's a big test of actually being spot on in intonation on the note. But obviously, with vibrato, it sounds a much warmer sound. But you got, before you tackle vibrato, you got on the notes got to be, the intonation's got to be there. Otherwise, you know, it defeats the object. It's not good to wobble around the note because it's not. Anyway, they're talking about intonation in general. I like to say that strings. Talk strings in an orchestra. You're going to have various string sections playing the same melodic line, but you get a very different sound from an individual player, or a lot of individual players playing together. It's got to homogenise into one sound, and I think they do that with vibrato to get the it's just almost like when you're going on synthesizer or whatever, or organ, you know, replicating a string sound. But if you go like a church organ, say, if you've got the Voix Celeste, I think it is a stop on the, it's the most string-like stop you got. They actually tune the two pipes together slightly out of tune, and it's to produce a beat like a tremolo or vibrato sound, and this oscillation and is a slightly out of tune sound. people might disagree with me, but the string sound of an orchestra is a slightly out of. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's going to be slightly out of tune, and it is meant to be that sound. You know, if you compare, you know, the purity of a flute or oboe or clarinet coming above the strings, or bassoon, they are spot on the note. There's no, and because it's usually one individual player, and you know, when you get players to play together, so that you've got to bear that in mind to not be too hard on yourself with intonation. But there again, you have got your references on your violin. You can correct yourself, and I find with violin playing, you're constantly correcting your intonation because it can alter from the bowing, your bow stroke, the tension of bow on the strings, the way the string is bent by the fingering, especially in high positions, where the note can alter quite considerably more than it can in down in the first position and half position. So hopefully we'll get something from this, but this video is about intonation on the B major scale. So we title it that, shall we? I won't wrap it on anymore.